Hello and welcome to another Overlord lore video, and today we are taking a closer look at talents, the innate special gifts some of the New World inhabitants receive at birth, for some reason. But before we take a closer look at them, let me thank my Patreons for supporting this channel. Unlike martial arts, which can be obtained by training, talents are something you are born with. And roughly 1 in 200 people, or 0.5% of the total population of the New World, is born with one of these gifts. And I know this isn't finance and fiction, but my new video about the Dwarfen Kingdom certainly is. Link in the description. Still, let's go do some quick math around this number. The kingdom, well, the former kingdom of Ainz, had 8 million citizens after the massacre of the Cuts Plain, which means that in the already decimated kingdom alone, over 40,000 talent holders lived and died. And also that just in the first phase of Ainz Ooal Gown super tier magic, the insta-death effect he used on the Cuts Plain should have killed, at least statistically speaking, 350 total talent holders. Though if you are in possession of a useful talent, it is less likely that you will be forced to serve. And this is especially true with your talents, for example checking the temperature of water, detecting tiny specks of dust, or being able to tell the blood alcohol of a person just by looking at them, would be much more useful in civil services. But on the other hand, if your talents are somewhat related to fighting, for example being instinctively able to spot important persons, hitting your target with an arrow at least in 30% of total cases, no matter the circumstances, or being able to ignore the first hit of consecutive attacks, then you will be far more likely to find yourself at the front and center of an army. And last but not least, a talent can be held by multiple people at the same time, which brings us to two rather prominent examples of one of the more useful talents in the New World, the All-Seeing Eye. This ability allows Fluder Paradane and Archer to see the magic potential of a being, and therefore it could be used to find promising students or assess the danger of an enemy. But, and this is also very important, talents aren't flawless, and therefore can be tricked or deprived of information. Both Fluder Paradane and Archer's magic reconnaissance talent were blocked totally by one of Ainz Ooal Gown's rings, and both Fluder and Archer instantly knelt when he removed it and revealed his huge, overmaxed mana pool. One did it in admiration, and one in total despair. Another talent I like to focus your attention on was held by Nina, a member of the now deceased Swords of Darkness. Her magic affinity cut the time in half it took to understand and master a certain spell, which meant that Nina, who was already interested in magic in the first place, and had a reason to learn magic in order to save her sister Tuare, really benefited from it. But had for example Gazav Stronov or Brain Anglaus held such a talent, it would be rather useless, since both were also predispositioned and even obsessed with fighting physically. And my point here is, if the talent doesn't match its holder's interest, beliefs or lifestyle, even the most useful of talents will become literally useless. Now, speaking of useless, some talents are inherently more useful than others. For example, Inferior can use any item in existence, while for example, there is a mention of a talent that enables the talent holder to walk 5 steps on water before falling in. Another one would allow the holder to predict the weather of the next day, but only with 70% accuracy. And last but not least, usefulness sometimes entirely depends when and against whom it is used. For example, the leader of the Sunlight Scripture had a talent to enhance the stats of a summoned monster. But this was a completely neglectable talent at best when fighting against Ainz Ooal Gown. And a talent of fast retreat or numbing of pain would have been much more useful. Although to be fair, his time with Neuronist was far shorter than the Intel Specialist would have liked it to be. And finally, why are there even something like talents in the New World in the first place? And we have our 4 usual suspects, As an explanation, option 1, it just always existed within the new world. And as far as the denizens within it are concerned, this is just a normal, as for example the effects of gravity are to us. Explanation 2, maybe it was invoked by the wild magic of the Dragon Lords sometime in the past. Explanation number 3, maybe Wish Upon a Star, a super tier spell that could make the impossible possible, created the concept and the mechanics behind talents. Though if a super tier spell is enough to create and distribute talents on a permanent basis, is questionable. And the fourth and final option would be the use of a world-class item, especially one of the 20, because it is known that they could be used to alter the very world itself, and we know that Ouroboros was used to kick the entire guild of Nezuric out of the mines that could deliver the ores necessary for the creation of a caloric stone, another world-class item. But no matter what the reason for the existence of talents are, they exist now. And not a single entity that was created in Yggdrasil has one, or indeed could even estimate what kind of danger talent holders could pose. Since as for now, they lack information. And all of this will be the topic for the second part of this video. But for now, I say thank you very much for watching, and special thanks to Adam J, Al Capone, Andy, Angel of Death, Bad Guy Yee, Ben C, Boyzilla, Chrissy, Conquer All, Death is Mercy, Diabetic Centaur, Dystopia, Elika Bird-Schlief, Phalis Catus, Feral Shivan, Forbus Gurupulon, Gigafight, Ghost of Epicness, Guy with That Hat, Hector Marino, Black Phoenix Emperor, Hoss, Huster, Janabi, Jason, Kleinator, Chromius, Large, Lifa, Legendarius, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Lord Ulbert Elaine Odell, Loses Ollie, Lexus Fox, Majima, Mad C, Marcos, Michael R, Mr. Shoes, Mindless Rev, Menno 13, Mirtis, Nfiria's Potion, Oak Kill, Primus 11, Sasuga Einsama, Sebastian, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Surge, Sparkly Unicorn, Sunlight, the Orc Warboss Rock Ed Smasher, Ultra Suck, Vash Hawkeye, Zoggo Bane of the Lot, and Zonagon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day. Over and out.